All right. So from here, um, welcome again officially to another training from this end where we are actually dealing with Microsoft 365 Admin Center. And like we have, I will just type the admin.microsoft.com. So as it's coming up, here we have it. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, this is the account we are using. Um, we've talked about users, we've talked about scenes and groups, we've talked about marketplace, and we have also explored the whole. And often at times we make reference to co-pilot, right? So I know we've not really done much on, co-pilot per se as regards the settings and billing usage, the overview, but we've always make reference to it as the AI version of the Microsoft. So today we are doing billings, and you can see from our drop down, we have a lot of billing. We have a lot of drop down under our billings, and we have what we call your products. We have licenses. We have bills and payments. We have billing account. We have payment methods, and we have billing notification. Okay, so in our usual manner, we'll start from the beginning, which is your product. What is our products? And you want to agree with me that when you talk about your products, what is a product? A product is what you have, what you have probably acquired or purchased for use. It is your own now. What do you have? And in Microsoft 365, though is a product that or a services that Microsoft is offering us, they are a products that we've acquired, and they are somehow centralized on, the usage and all are centralized based on our products that we've purchased over time and assigned to people. Right. So if I open these products now, you'll see the products we have in these tenants, right? We have, now if you read, you see this product owned by your organization that were bought, emphasis on bought from Microsoft and others. This is to tell you that you don't just buy products from Microsoft. There are instances where you need to get some products from external parties, right? We call them third parties. There are third party tools that are integrated into Microsoft that you can use to enhance productivity. Then there we have select your product to manage products, billing settings, or assign license. To see all products your organization owns, use filters to change your view. So what this is basically talking about is, here is the products that we own. And when we talk about products, we are simply talking about licenses that the organization currently own. These are plans. So like here, I think I opened something down, understanding subscription and licenses, because Microsoft somehow kind of differentiate between plan and subscription, or is it a license? I'm trying to get that particular page where it introduces us to the difference, even though we often at times look at them as to be the same thing. So this is a documentation by Microsoft themselves. How many devices? No, this is not what. When you buy a subscription to Microsoft 365 for business, you sign up for sets of apps and services that you pay for. on a recurring basis. Recurring basis means it can be monthly, it can be weekly, it can be yearly. You set it as your organization demands. I'm trying to get that page. I know I read about it not quite long ago. So when it's a managed license, this is not where I read it from, but we will get to see. Hopefully, I get it. And if I don't get it, it's all still fine. We can even prompt our co-pilot to get the actual message I'm trying to pass across. That being said, back to our products. We have this plan here, which says Microsoft 365 Developer. This, like I said before, is a developer's account that we are using, and it without Windows and audio conferencing, and is a trial. Now, trial means in this case, for a developer's account, you are given 3 months to always try it out. And if it happens that there is a straight 3 months that has gone past with this account just lying there without usage, this trial will be retrieved from you. You will not be able to use the account again. But if in every 3 months you make use of the account frequently, upon 3 months, your trial will always be renewed for you. It is a developer in the sense that you use these tenants now for practice or just developing your skill that will enable you to use this account in a real life scenario for live account, right? I mean, for using the skill that you acquire from this account in a real life scenario in a live account. And they are just giving us details about this subscription in this table here, right? And there's another one I have, which is Microsoft Power Automate Free. So Power Automate is a tool that enhances and automates works in Microsoft without human intervention. All you just need to do is to set this up how you want the process and the progress to be. You may say when an alert or maybe when somebody subscribed to something using, let's say, form, for example, it should populate that information that was supplied by that person to your list, and at the same time send a customized message that you probably have set up for that user to get as a response from the organization for filling that form. For example, that you don't, what I mean is maybe there is a form out there that has, created for people to fill. Usually, if you finish creating that form, you will only receive thank you or something like without receiving an email to confirm if it's registration, for example, to confirm the registration or whatever. Now, what this does is maybe you will now set, for example, you will now say, okay, upon this completion, it can go as a no reply form or whatever, however you want to set it. You will now say, okay, most of the time, I think we get these messages from maybe our banks, our school. We try to, apply for something out there. You discover that immediately you register, they will send you a message, bang, 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 thank you for doing this, thank you for doing that. Some of the time they will even tell you that don't reply to this message. It is an automated message, like that. So Power Automate helps to streamline those tasks and make them seamless for use. If I should assign you this license, means that you will be able to, carry out some automation tasks in Microsoft 365. So basically, in these two licenses that are here, or these two plans that are here, we have a total quantity that was purchased, because we will surely get to that point where we want to purchase, although I know we dealt a little about it when we talked about marketplace the last time. So the total quantity, because if you want to buy now, then we ask you how many quantity do you intend to buy? And the quantity will now depend, or usually should depend, on the number of individuals that or users that this quantity are to be assigned to. If you have 3 people in your organization, it is not advisable that you go and purchase 5 licenses, for example, just so you don't encourage waste, right? So you want to buy you want to purchase 3 quantity of those, license, assign them to those users. And if you now have more users, you you tend to buy more to assign to them, right? So the quantity that was purchased, of course, I didn't outrightly purchase, right? It is a developer's account, like I said. They will always give you a 25 seat count of Microsoft E3, 365 E5 developers license. So these are the 25 you are having, and they gave 1,000 seat count for Microsoft Power Automate, right? And if you check in this place, they said I have assigned 8, meaning that I'm trying to open this in another page, meaning that I will be left with about 17 that I can assign. Okay. I'll be left with 17 that I can assign. And that is it here, available license. Now, by the time I exhaust this 17, maybe created 17 users and assign all of them this license, means that if I want to add another user to make it 18 and also assign a license to them, I will have to go and purchase one more quantity of this license. And if you check the subscription status, it's showing you that, hey, this subscription is still active. Because yes, if you want to buy, like we read in this previous documentary, reoccurring basis, right? So it can be a monthly based subscription that you purchase and you are not renewing. So it should come here to tell you that upon the expiration, to say, hey, this particular subscription has been expired or something, right? So you will have it here. And now see renewal or expiration. You see it now. For this Power Automate, there is nothing, like it's not even available, like it's just there. If you check it, 1,000, like, do you want to have 1,000 users in a developer's account? I don't see that as a possibility, right? They are giving you 1,000 for free, and they are even saying for expiration renewal, nothing like that. So you see now, for this particular license, I have from now till December 7th. Is it December? No, July 12th for this account to expire. I activated it on April 12th. Now, on December, by July 12th, it will automatically renew itself because it is the account is active and I'm using it. And by then, it will now extend to the expiration or renewal will extend to October 12th, 2025. Now, purchase channel. This could be, now when we talk about purchase channel, this is the method in which you buy this license from. So it is not only Microsoft that you can actually buy license from, even if it is a Microsoft license that you are buying. All right. It could be, you could buy from a vendor. They have vendors. You can buy from partners. You can as well buy from Microsoft themselves directly. And this is an example of what it looks like when you buy from Microsoft directly. And here you have commercial direct. Product type is a license based. Now, look at the pricing model. Like I said, this one is they are just giving you use this power to me, just use. And that is why we have free here. And in this case, we have trial, right? Like I said, is a trial subscription that is being renewed every 3 months. Doesn't mean that every 3 months your life account will always be, renewed. You, in fact, as a matter of fact, like we discussed before the call, you only have option to use a month trial. So in the period of that 1 month, you may likely be seeing this trial here. After that 1 month, it may go off. And if you want to renew, you renew, and it will give you the new pricing model, right? To say that, okay, it was purchased, it is trial, it is free, and all of this. And if you want to, some organization may have bunch of licenses that are lying down here, right? And maybe you are trying to, get details about a particular one you're not getting. You can quickly just do filter and say, okay, what do you want to filter with? Is it the status or product type? You can do product type. And then if you had, you do pricing model. So I'm not even seeing the function of this. Okay, migrated, deleted. This is the filter. So you can filter to see, let's say only, all of these are all the same. Let's see pricing model. Pricing is still the same. I can only filter for, so you may want to filter for only active licenses, and then you will see only the licenses that are active. You want to see for expired licenses, you can, do that and see only expired licenses. You want to do for disabled, you can even check for, deleted or failed. Then you just apply and it will give you all of those that you are filtered for. You can as well search. I'm searching for, let's say, power automate. You see, we will have only one option here, right? And we can as well export our subscription in CSV file to, better on that. Say information this currently display we downloaded, in a CSV file. If you download and open, so Microsoft will always give you this option. Maybe you want to send to somebody, you need to troubleshoot something, you want to send to Microsoft. Of course, we don't expect you to give them your logins to access this information. They are vital, right? You can just export them like this and send to them and say, hey, this is what we have, right? Then again, if we move on, there is another one here that says add more product. So you can refresh to see maybe you add a subscription and it's not coming forth here. You can refresh and refresh until it's synced to this place. Now, here you have option to go and buy, more licenses. Now, if I click here, try to notice what will happen, right? You see that here will not take me anywhere other than marketplace. Let's see. You see now, this blue line has shown to marketplace. This is where I can actually buy my products from. Like we talked about it in marketplace last time, how you can buy product. Now, which license do I want to purchase? Is it Exchange Online Plan 2? Is it, you can do a lot, right? These are just recommended licenses that are tailored to me or to my organization to say, okay, you want this, you may need this, buy that for different purposes, teams for teams, and OneDrive for OneDrive. You see teams now, we have different kinds. Here we have for, for enterprise essentials rather, which is one user, $4 per user per month. Then they tell you, okay, include up to 300 people per meetings plus catch up this. You tend to read about all the feature that the plan or the license can give you, right? And or you want to go for the premium, you see that this cost now is $10 per user per month. here, if I want to purchase this, I have the option to go for a 1 month, trial. If I do check out now, it will give me that 1 month trial, which I don't want to do. This one easily watermark content and speaker during meeting, and automatically apply relevant things meetings option based on, sensitive labels and all. Again, talking about count, you see a user, is the cost is $4 per user per month. And maybe I have, you see here now how many users need a license, right? Is it one you want to buy? Is it two? Is it three? Is it four? You notice that as I increase the number, the cost kept on increasing. And if I go to checkout, unfortunately, this will not work because I've not even set a payment method, right? They want to give you my info to say, okay, and this is the address, my billing address, and registration number. This is optional that anyways. So this bill to tax ID. If you want to set up a payment method, we get to see this, right? Now you see, okay, Microsoft Essential for, okay, 4 users. I can decide to say no, turn this to 3, even at the point of, paying. Then if I update, I'm expecting that cost to change to 12. You see it now, it has turned to 12, and here we have 12. It to just give you summary. If I had put everything in place, then I'll just place order, and I will expect it to go and populate in my product because I have already purchased it. So do we understand to this point? Just a yes or no, pick one before we move on. Flo, are we together? Are you following, Kule? Okay, I see that you're on mute. Maybe I'm not just hearing you. It's fine. We can just continue. Right. Yeah, I think I'll just leave this like this just so to monitor what's happening because I'm not using a double screen. So yeah, if you want to check all products, you can come here. If you are going for Microsoft 365 plan, you can just come here. You filter to say, okay, you are going for only Microsoft 365. You can decide to, filter for Office, business application. You see I've picked 3, it will give you everything as regards the 3. You see M365 here, O365 here, and business apps here, right? That is how it just goes on and on. And look at 4 filters, it's showing me that I have 28 products showing that I can choose or buy any that I want. If I uncheck this, I should expect it to reduce to 26. And if I unselect this, 25, like that, and like that, right? So still on billing, we are done with our products. Now in products, you see benefits here. These I don't really understand the concept, right? Now in Microsoft, yeah, you have the option to go and learn about what you are actually doing, right? If you just click here, it will take you, please learn more about the billing experience. It will take you straight to Microsoft documentary that talked about um, that particular part you are exploring in Microsoft M365. All right. So I wanted to show something. That was why I opened here, and that is active users. If you check here, we have how many now? There are much, but there are only, if you check here, you see this guy is on license, this guy is on license, this guy is on license, this guy is on license. If you count the number of licensed people here, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that is why you have 8 here that is assigned. So all those guys that didn't have a license, if I should go and assign license to them, I will expect this number to increase and this, of course, to decrease as the available licenses. What if I now want to assign this license to people? Just what if? You see, yeah, I can just cancel this subscription, but no, that is not what we are doing. So if I check this guy now or try to open this guy, it will open up for me. This is the full details of what the subscription is about. You see, recurring is off. The expiring date is this. It's not recurring, but of course, it's a developer's account. Like I said, it will definitely, occur. This is the expiration date. I can choose to say I want to extend this. Now, if I want to extend this, you see that I don't even have an option to do that. Yeah, because I've not set up a payment method. I will have to do this first. For if it was a live account, of course, it is expected that they should have a payment method that you will select, and then you want to increase your payment. Maybe as this is expiring on 12th of July, you can say, okay, buy for 2 more months, buy for 3 more months and stuff like that. You just buy more to extend the expiring date. So initial purchase date, like I said before, it was purchased on the 12th of April, and the unit price is free trial, right? Purchase channel, the same stores we saw over there. Download and install software. I don't know the software and I don't want to download. Or let me try and see what it will give to me. Yes. So usually, the license that you currently have will give you the option to download, app based on your license. For example, if I should come to office.com, let me just quickly type office.com here. If I should go to office.com and it's asking me to sign in, I will sign in, right? Now that I'm here, Samuel, let me just use this opportunity to show you this. You can do get Microsoft 365, right? If you do this, this is how you create an account. And they will ask you for the plan you want to go for. If you choose, they will ask you to, let's say for home now, or let's go for business. I really want us to even explore this part, right? I think I'll just leave this tab open and try to open another tab and sign in. Office.com. So if I sign in here, I'll just pick an account at random. No, not at random. I'll actually pick an account I want. If it's not picking one for me by default. So I'll pick this account. Why is it taking me back? So yeah, I am in Office 365. If I choose to say I want to install, you see, install app. All those guys that doesn't have license, if you should sign in with them, you will not even see all of this, right? When they click here, everywhere will be empty. The only thing you will see here is add more apps, right? Because they don't have license. But if you give them certain license and that is not A5, for example, you will not see this option of Microsoft 365 apps here, which means that because of I have that license, I can come and install uh, desktop application. You see it, Office, this is tied to account, right? I can come and install it, and you see I can install Office on up to 5 PCs, Mac, and 5 tablets and 5 smartphones. It is based on my subscription actually. And here is where we are, right? So because of that plan, you can actually install Office. And what is Office? Office is still these guys here, desktop app. Then again, you can download Skype for Business for 64-bit or 32-bit, depending on the system you are using. And Skype for Business, of course, and Teams has come to, should I say, because To a greater extent, Microsoft has kind of expired Sky for Business and replaced most of the functionalities with Teams. Okay, it is before now, organization can decide to navigate or choose which they want to make use of. But now, I think organization only from the since admin center, I mean to say, but now organization choose to use. I mean, it doesn't have that option again. It is Teams and Teams purely. So, yeah, if you want to create an account, you can decide to say, okay, I want to create for Microsoft. Now they are telling you that this is the price, but you can go for what? Try free 1 month. You can decide to say, oh, come on, I just want to buy it straight. And if you say you want to buy it straight, you need to set up an account, right? You see now it's saying signup.microsoft.com. Unlike if you want to create a personal account, okay, they want me to be sure, they want to be sure I'm human. And this is then telling me that if I'm going for this plan, these are the packages I will have that will come along with it that I'll be able to make use of, right? So we'll still come to licensing. So that is still on my product and service usage. You know, when you are setting up an account, you will select a region where that account is situated. And I must tell you that once that is done, you cannot change, when you are creating an account, you cannot change the region that you selected for that account. What now happens if you created an account while in UK and your office is located to Nigeria? What do? All you just need to do is to create another account if possible, and try to do some kind of migration and from your UK accounts to your Nigeria account. Try to source the domain and work still be very, very productive. So we add-ons. So we have what we call add-ons, which says, yeah, it says add-on brings more value to subscription with additional functionality. This subscription doesn't have add-ons associated with it. What this means is there are some subscriptions where there are particular offering that you'll be demanding that will not be part of it. So what you do is you go and buy that some of the time we call them standalone. There can be a standalone license. You go and purchase, with them. But in this case now, this does not have any. This particular subscription does not have any that is associated with it. And there is an history here which you can click on to check for history list. So far, so good. Like I said before, this account has only been existing since April 12th. And so far I have only added 25. I've only had 25 accounts and license, and I've not even expanded them. Let's sign into another account that I've been using for a while. Okay, they want to send me a confirmation code. I'll just have to verify this very quickly before, and just to show you something, right? So we can see how the history tab will look like for organization or for a tenant that has been using a particular subscription for a while. So from here, if I should come to billing and I come to my products, you see now that this interface is totally different. That is because of the setup, right? So you can actually choose the theme you want to use. This is in dark mode now. If you come here, you see that, okay, let's just move on. You see that now they say I should enable light. In the other account, you will see enable dark mode. So let's see history and see what it will load for me. Okay, this one is giving me one history because, of course, this is what has been, this account has been active since on the 1st of December 2023 at 8:58 p.m. And it is this particular subscription that just keep on renewing on its own or by itself, right? This is the same thing that just keep coming about. If I have had multiple subscription, probably I would have a list of them here, in order to just track the history of my subscription so far. Then, can we continue here? Or no, let's switch our accounts back to the original account we are using. The purpose of this demo. So yeah, you see, I'm waiting for it to come up. Where it will tell me to switch to that thing. Well, that's not the bone of contention for today. So I will come to license. You want to ask, what is the difference? Now see, enable dark mode. What is the difference between the licenses and products? Licenses is just giving you straight to the point history or info about your license. And from here, you can click to check who and which group has been assigned this license. These are the people that currently has this particular license to their name or to their account rather. Let's check for group. There is no group. From here, you can choose to assign it to a group. Assign this particular license to a group. Then I want to search for a group. And don't forget that there are two groups you can actually assign license to. Security group and M365 group that role assignment is enabled. Those accounts you can assign license to them. In this case, we only have a security group that has a role assignment feature. And that is why it's just popping up one. If we have had more, it will pop more for us to select from. So in this case, you can select this guy and then you assign. If you assign it, I'm expecting this count to change. Of course, no, it will not change. The reason is this. The reason why it will not change is if I should refresh this. Yeah, it is here. Now, it is still in progress, the status. Every user that is in this group will be assigned this license. And before they will be assigned this license, they must have gotten the license assigned to their account before now, right? So they are already having it. It even counts as one. But this does not mean it even counts as one. But this does not mean that the people that are in this group will just have one. If not, organization would have just, rather than buying a lot of license, they'll just buy one license, right? Add all the members to a group, create a group, add all the members to that group, and assign the license. So the function of this group, let me reiterate, let me just recap. What I mean to say is, if you have 4 users in this group, because I seem to be mistaking license for role now. If you have 4 users in this group, you should have at least 4 seat count of license to assign to this group. Otherwise, it will not go through. You see all license assigned, right? Depending on the numbers that are here. It's very possible that, let me check the numbers of people in that particular group and see if there is any that doesn't have that subscription. I mean, that particular license. So it's just coming up. So here we have Inandi, we have Samuel, we have Collab, we have Olapule. Now we have 4 users here, right? We have 4 users here. And that license only counts one. You may want to know why it's counting one. And we have 3 owners, Olakule, myself, and Samuel. Now, if you now go back to users, if you now go back to users here, active users, Collab as, Emmanuel as, Olakule as, and Chidima as, yeah, Chidima as, all of us as, right? Yet it's still counted one because it's functioning as a group, I suppose. It's functioning as a group. At this point, Seth, I think, yes, you are assigning one to them, but just get this, that if you are having 4 users in a group and you are assigning a license to them, you should not have a seat count that is less than uh, that is less than 4, right? So back to licenses, this is one way you can assign license to users. If you, and again, because let me just use this opportunity to show you this. If you come to security group and I try to delete this guy, it will not work for me because it has a license. If I should say delete now, right? It will just roll up, try to delete, it will say no. Mail security guys could not be deleted. You can try refresh the page to solve this problem. You also, but the main essence is why I cannot delete it is because it has a license that is attached to it. Because of that, you will not be able to delete it. So if you want to check the number of people that has a particular license, you can come here and see for yourself, right? If you now choose to unassign the license, you can just check here and then you unassign. If I do this now and I try to go and delete this group, you will see it's deleting for me. So yeah, if you feel there are users that does not need it, you just come here to get the list and you can even unassign license to users. And the same way you can assign to them and you can export them in CSV file. So this is how and here another way you can assign license to users. So you own at least one subscription for this product. Yeah, I know. So I just want to assign for this. You can as well say learn how to assign license to group. And if you come here, you go and do that. Manage subscription details. This is coming back to your, your products to show you the details of the license. So like that, the same thing goes to this guy. If I want to assign it now, I can just come, try to search. This is group, sorry. I can come to users. I can come to users. This is the only guy that has it. I can come to assign license, and then it will bring my users. I can just click and say this guy, like that. And if I can just go ahead and say, okay, be assigned. You see now that these guys have been assigned license, assigned to, it will now be counting 3 out of. Did I said 1,000 before? This is 10,000. Wow, 10,000. So if I should come to active users, you see that, okay, I think this is the guy with just license. It's not coming up yet. I can just refresh. Now, look, these 2 guys are just licensed there. Look at the differences in their license. You see, this guy only has Microsoft Power Automate, but this guy has Microsoft Microsoft 365 E5 developer. So from here as well, you can see the actual license that they have. And now if you come to this guy that has the 2, he say Microsoft Power Automate, Microsoft 365, E5. If you want to check on a particular user, you can open them up like this and click on licenses and app. Then here you will see the licenses that they have rights to and the apps they can access with it. So if I should uncheck this, this is just telling you that I can only assign access to apps using this Power Automate, right? If I check it, it also, 75. Despite having this license, I can decide to say, no, I don't want you to have access to everything. Then I'll come here and uncheck and check the ones I want you to have access to, and uncheck the ones I don't want you to have access to, right? If I should check this, meaning I only have two licenses that are left, which is flow free and Microsoft Power Automate free, which is common data service. So flow free. When I was talking about automation, the process which those automation work is flow. You always create a flow, how you want them to go up and down and their destination. Okay, so that's for licenses. I will now come to bills and payments. So this will show you in this page, right? Because I do not even have a billing account yet, right? I can come here to say, okay, oh yeah, I want to change my billing account. If I was using this card before, I don't want to use it again. If I was using this location before, I don't want to use it again. I can set that. Then I'll see the list of the history of purchase that I've carried on. I mean, in this tenant, if I want to view for the past 3 months, I can as well view. For 6 months, I can view. If I want to specify a particular date that I bought something, and maybe I'm having confusion of stuff, I can come to say, okay, filter from April 2024 to October 2024, or let's say December 2024. So now you see that I come to December and this automatically turn towards July. This is telling you that you can't filter anything greater than 6 months. So the range is within first month and 6 months. And if it's this one now, it will be giving me by default, if I want to go for 6 months, it will be giving me where I made December last year to this point that we are. But if I want to check something beyond, that is when I will have to come and specify a date. Here it will give me the IDs and the date of the invoice, the total amounts that I pay, the status, the pay. I can download the PDF if I check the billing account, the billing profile, and all. And again, I can come here to set up my my billing, my payment methods. There are several methods in which you can actually make payments. So yeah, if I now say, okay, I want to set up a method I'll be using for payment. Which method is this? This is saying credit card, right? Credit card. Now I want to add a credit card or debit card. Of course, after filling all of this, I will just save, and if it passes, then it will be there. Anytime I want to make any payment, it will just 5200. Let's see. It will just debit me straight up from that account. Right? It will just debit me from there. That is what this means, where they'll be debiting me for if I want to set it up. And of course, before you can actually make purchase on Microsoft 365, there has to be a payment method that is in place. Then we come to billing accounts. So billing accounts now, which accounts in particular? So yeah, look at this. The overview. Billing account manages your purchasing relationship with Microsoft. Each billing account contains defining information about your organization, like address, contact information, and any tax info that applies. Purchases made with your billing account are covered by the agreement that you signed with Microsoft, right? You know that upon creating an account, you will sign an agreement. You read through their what is it called now? you read through their terms and conditions, and you sign. So your account must, be traceable. The account you are paying with must be one that is, kind of traceable, that they can make reference to, right? Now, this is my own billing account that I've set up for this, and these are the details that I have here. You see the tax ID I don't have, I can decide to add, I can decide to edit this guy. To edit your organization name, go to your organization. Yes, I cannot edit the organization's name from here, and you see it's grayed out, but there is a way and place I can, set that up. So these are just my details and the account I am using to actually carry out this, purchase. It's quite different from payment method. Payment method, yes, they are making use of an account, but this time around bank account. But this has to be the account, because obviously Microsoft is not selling to that bank account. They are selling to you, your firm, and they need to get the details of the organization they are selling these products to. So again, payment methods. This is methods. We've seen it in bills and payment. In as much as you can navigate to it from bills and payment, we still have its own page standing alone where you can carry out that function as well, right? So yeah, it will still come up with the same information. And perhaps you have methods here that are set up. You will see it here. Here you see you haven't added any payment methods. And trust me, you can have, multiple payment methods. And upon payment, all you just need to do is to select the particular one you want to use. All right. And let's even check this place and try to guess the differences. Okay, it's all the same. It's all the same. So, sorry, payment method. Yeah, it's all the same, right? And then we will now come to notification, billing notification. So, what is this billing notification doing? He said we will send billing notification emails to share important information with the organization. These emails include information about changes to your subscription and usually include an action to keep subscription active and your account in good standing. So every 3 months, and at intervals, yeah, I usually get emails from Microsoft to say, hey, we have renewed your subscription is this, and this is happening in your account, but all pertaining to what? Subscription. Yeah, you see organization contact receiving billing notification. Which person, right, is receiving this information about this billing? Here you see we send billing notification emails to your organization contact in case email addresses aren't provided for your admins, right? Now, if you don't create a an email address for your admin in the organizations to receive, your email addresses as pertaining to billing, Microsoft is telling you that they will send the notification to your organization contacts. Your organization contact. Organization contact here means that when you are creating that account, you definitely put an email address. That serves as the default organizational contact, and that is the email they will send this information to. However, you can add your admins to say, like here, I can choose to change this, put my own email as it pleases me. Of course, I'm not expecting this to save because it's not valid, right? Let me even put a valid email address. So I am putting this now, and if I should save, let's see what will happen. That will be to say that going forward, it is this guy. Did I put one? No, I want to remove this guy here. So this is to say that going forward, the somebody who will be in charge of receiving my notification is this guy. I can as well change this to any of my admins. So usually this this task or this function should be given to your billing administrator. Of course, we have what we call billing administrator, and the billing administrator will be the one in charge of anything that has to do with billing and licensing, including purchase, right? So here you see invoice in PDF. And I just click on notification settings. These settings applies to all people receiving this billing notification emails. Invoice PDF as a convenience. A PDF of your invoice is attached to the email they will send to you. So I can decide to say no, uncheck this. I don't want them to be sending PDF of my invoices to those administrators that will be receiving notification that has to do with my billing. And what language do I want them to be sending this notification? Of course, it is English. And that is because it is a language I set as default when I was creating this account, right? Okay. And if you check down, you will see change billing admin. So here now, you want to assign this admin role to a user, right? You can say, okay, to a user or to a group. Who do you want to make a billing administrator? So this guy now automatically becomes a billing administrator who will now be in charge of my billings. And you see global here, because global admins automatically has all the administrative role or privileges in the organization. I can as well add and remove. Okay. So from yourself, you can as well manage role. You see how these things are tightly integrated right now. So you can literally do a lot, even from one page leading to another. This page is not in there are no users who receive billing notification. So how how did I jump here? Yeah, no, I said so. Assign one of these row by adding a new account. So I can perhaps I don't have the person or the person is new and will be joining my account my organization soon. I can choose to say, okay, go and add the person and give them the role. So if I do add user and move on here, I can now come here and do billing, right? And I'll do billing, and billing is not here. I'll now do show by category. I'll go and look for what? Billing administrator and assign to this new person that I am creating. So I can just come here and check on this guy and assign to it. And you see manage purchases, manages subscription, manages service requests, and monitors service health. That would be the function of the guy I'm adding there. All right. So my curiosity now, which I'm not finding in this um, billing, is the part of setting notification for our billing. So in this case, what do we do? What do we do? Right? Oh, we have really gone far in Microsoft 365 Admin Center. We are in billing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go before we start exploring each of the admin center. Right? Okay, so let's see settings. What is in settings? We have organization, intelligent. If we come to organization, I'm not sure. I just want to, play around before I will prompt Copilot to give me option, right? Because sincerely, I don't. I was expecting it. I was expecting to get that from the billing, page, but it's not what's coming from there. Mm. Um, this is the place I would expect this to be. Let's see setup, migration. No, no, no. Okay, okay. Let's just prompt Copilot and ask how to set how to set up billing notification for admins in MS admin center. Let's see what Copilot will give us. Then we tend to work with that. So check your billing account. If your Microsoft customer agreement billing account, you must be a billing account owner or contributor. If you have a Microsoft Online, so basically it's saying is notification billing and the notification. Okay, so I'm suggesting it's just a change of this email where you just impute. So it says manage notification recipients. I'm not sure if we've seen anything of such. Um, could this be notification being sent? Notification being sent. You have a time yet, okay? Yes, yes, we saw this. So we can literally come here to learn more about billing account. Let's see, receiving organization, yeah. No, not as an attachment. Change who receive, yeah. So from here, it says who receive. In the admin center, go to billing, which is this link. Select the billing account that includes the billing profile that you want to add email recipients to. Select the billing profile tab. Select billing profile that you want to update. In the invoice and billing notification section, select edit invoice and contact setting. Okay, let's get this. Select a billing account that includes. So the first is to come here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm still selecting the same account. So what did this guy said? We didn't open in a new tab. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I'm taking us back and forth, so sorry about that. So let me open it in a new tab. includes the billing profile that you want. So how do I include the billing profile? Yeah. Invoice connected to. Let's open this and see. Okay, registration number. No, that's not it. This is for registration number. Mm. So he said you should come here and then select the billing account that includes the billing profile that you want to add as any recipient. I'm not seeing it here, but then let's do this billing account, right? No, not billing account, billing notification. I think we have some guys here. So if I should select Chidima, there is nothing here to do. Okay, so I'll leave this as an assignment for us. Myself, I will do a research on this to be sure if it's only possible using, a live account. But before I would even jump to that conclusion, I would love to switch an account and see how that works. Otherwise, please, you will need to confirm for me, confirm for me, and try to check how we can, you know, assign notification setting or modify notification settings of our billing. All right, yeah, we see, no, this is not what we wanted. Before I would want to conclude, I could ask Copilot if it's possible, but let our curiosity take us to go and make research on that. And if we revert next week, God's willing, we would, talk about it again, right? Before we commence next time. So on this note, I will draw the closing of this session. While we take in questions and address address our curiosities. If you have any reservation, you can just go ahead and drop it right away. Thank you. And then I will stop my recording.